1, 2, 3.
Yo, it's Storyteller. Holla at your boy. Yo, it's Storyteller. Holla at your boy. Today, we're here at the second episode of Storyteller on Fire. This is where we have conversation and taste some of the hottest hot sauce on the planet. You know, I'm gonna be asking a few little questions and we're gonna dip off into it and let's try the first one out. You know what I'm saying? The first one we finna dip.
So what's the first one? This Thai sweet chili sauce right here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's try it out. Let's do it.
Be the first one, man.
No, we all going through it together on three.
I want to see what they do first.
On three. 1, 2, 3. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really pretty good.
Where you get these from?
I like that.
Yeah, you like it? Okay, then that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'd eat that.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question, Sean.
Right.
I want to ask you, now that you have graduated and you're going into college, I salute you. I'm proud of you, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, keep up the good work.
Appreciate it.
What are you thinking about majoring in?
I'm majoring in mechanical engineering because I've ever since a young age, I've loved cars. Cars, anything with a motor, anything that moves, anything mechanical. I like knowing how things work. And, I'm a big I like learning. I love learning new information, taking things in. I want to learn. I got provided with a great opportunity to be able to go to college and have my college set up for me. So I'm gonna work hard towards getting my degree so I can have a good future. That's my goal.
That's a trend I learned about you too. You really into cars, and you really attentive to when people communicate to you. You know, you pay attention and you carry out the details, and that's something that I really like about you. You know, I think that's special.
I appreciate it.
You know, and thanks for being here, and you know what I'm saying, supporting us.
Sure.
And the same question to you as well, young man, Paco.
So I've been going to Merrimack Community College for a while now, and I'm getting my associates in general transfer studies, but I've also been taking classes in the botany field because I intend on doing something botanical in the future as well. So that's kind of the current goal at the moment, but I was wondering what you were trying to do whenever you were in high school.
Well, when I was in high school, what I was doing, I was a swimmer in high school. I didn't complete high school because circumstances, things happened where I didn't make it, you know. But my dream was to go to the Olympics, to become a boxer, swimmer, or a gymnastic. I was doing that on a high level, and my dream got shattered. You know, I appreciate you bringing that up. I mean, a lot to me.
Sir.
And Brandon, can you go back in time a little bit?
Shoot, man, I can. So when I was in high school, I was an athlete. So I played football, wrestled, and ran track. So honestly, my goal was to be like a sports journalist. When I got to Mizzou, where I went to school at, honestly, it wasn't for me, man, because it was really a lot of tedious work. I'm more of a talker. To be honest, if podcast was out when I was in college, then it'd be different. A lot was different. It was none of this that existed at that point in time. Mm-hmm. It was pretty much writing. You go to low-paying jobs and move in places where you don't want to be. And I'm like, man, that might not be the route I want to go. So I just went into communications and business because I'm more of a people person, face-to-face. I'm not like a writer behind-the-scenes type of guy.
Right.
So that's kind of how the route I went. So I played sports throughout college. I knew I wanted to be in sales. I just didn't know exactly what. I knew I was good with people, good with communication, and just, the route I took. But I knew at some point in time it was going to involve business and communications. I just thought it was going to be more of the journalist route, but Just too boring for me, man.
Right.
Way too boring for me.
And what I observed about you, it goes along with your character.
Yeah.
That's, I can tell you're a people's person from being around you for a while. And, now that you done graduated, went to a salesman, I felt that was your critique. And you're doing it very well, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And now we're going to move on to the second one. Could you let them know
All right,
what's
the
going
second
on?
one we got is called Fire Roasted Garlic and Habanero. All right, now we getting up there. Now y'all said habanero. All right, okay.
It's gonna be a fun ride, y'all. Let's do this, y'all. On the count of 3. Make sure y'all taste it. Don't run from it. Let's go. It's not gonna be what you think. It's a little bit. It's gonna kick, but it's still.
I see where this going. You building us up.
Tiny.
Man.
I'm only, stimulating the mind, and what it's all about.
All right, the next one we got here. Oh man, this one got a label on this
The
thing.
bomb.
Got a caution sign. It's called the bomb. So I don't even know what's in this.
Beyond insanity.
They don't even tell us what's in this, man. So I don't know. We just gonna have to go in and try it out here.
Okay, y'all. On
right.
3. No,
no.
that's not the bomb insanity. I'm sorry. The bomb insanity the last. Bag it up. Bag it up. Switch it
Look,
up.
I try to go in order, man. This one here is called the African Ghost. So it's a chili brown
Yeah.
hot sauce. Okay.
Yeah, chili
All right.
brown hot sauce,
All right,
African Ghost. You know
All
what I'm saying? It got, it's a nice flavor. On 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Brandon and Paco going in. Look at him, man. Y'all going in. Okay, so y'all ain't gonna be jumping up. Woo! Y'all did that. Damn.
Wingologist over here,
Man. They went all the way in on that, man. Y'all went hard.
Got me hungry, man.
I salute y'all. So, I couldn't do it. I ain't gonna lie. I can go all the way in on that. All right, man. And as we move on to the next question, closing in on the last one, what type of advice can you give to the youth that's coming up under you?
This is a really good question. I think my biggest advice is to, and as I stated earlier, like my big thing is being thankful. So my big thing for the youth is to get off your phones and go outside, spend time with your family, make some friends, go outside, ride your bike, scrape your knees up a little bit, That's my biggest thing for sure.
Okay, and I know you mentioned something about the pandemic. The pandemic has so many different layers in it, that I observed, and one of them was like you was saying, everybody on the phone, I guess they feel they had nothing else to do, and some people got adapted to a bad pattern of behavior of their phone and got possessed with it. But it also, some goodness came out of it because it taught you to distinguish what should be done and what shouldn't be done. So there is some goodness that comes up out of that as well. And same question for you, Paco.
I think that people just need to find something that they love doing and then figure out a way to do it regularly throughout their life. Because if you are able to find something that you can enjoy doing every single time that you do it, and you're able to get out and do that regularly, then you're not going to have a bad life, because you're doing something that you like to do.
And the same question for you, young man?
Well, my advice would be because, I could try to relate to my time as a kid versus kids now or youth. So what happens nowadays is kids are fighting for acceptance, and it's been that way forever. Mm-hmm. But the problem is that things are accessed so fast nowadays that if they not accepted, sometimes they lose focus or they very often do things they shouldn't do. I can think of times when I was a kid where I knew that when I went to school, my jeans had to be creased, or I had to have on name brand clothing. So it was hard. So you ask your mom for this, and then she telling you, well, I really can't afford that. But some kids, like me, if I didn't have it, I didn't get it. But there's other kids that will do other things to get those things. Because that pressure is so deep, they willing to risk their freedom on their life to get something. So I would just say kids got to find ways to be themselves, man, and get away from the distractions, because a lot of things we see doesn't come from nothing. Something is built to get to that level. This kid that's doing these things, it didn't start at 15. It started when he was 8 or 9 when he was watching certain things. So a lot of it's tough, man, because a lot of kids don't have a lot of guidance at home. But some way, somehow, a kid has to find a way to be themselves and not get caught up in the fads and get caught up in trying to be accepted. It's hard, man. I talk to my little cousins and kids like that all the time. I'm telling you, it's hard, man, for them, you know.
I know where you're coming from. I grew up, you know, in that area where you had to crease your pants and stuff like that, you know, and I know a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of children's of a product of their environment, you know what I'm saying? A lot of communities has been stripped or disabled to have certain things, and they had to adapt to a life to survive. So I understand that completely, and like he was saying, you know, as well, everything have a ripple effect, you know. And I always pump this, and I ain't gonna never stop pumping this. In the 80s, there was an epidemic where you had games, you had drugs, you had babies having babies, no proper parenting and all this type of stuff. So today, a lot of these grandbabies or great grandbabies is a part of that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
A part of that genocide, so to speak, you know?
Cycle.
Right, it's a ripple effect. So they don't know. That's all they know. You're gonna only mimic what you see. You see what I'm saying? Children mimic what they see. If this is their environment, game here, game there, selling drugs and all this, you know what I'm saying? No changes in the community for building better parks and, you know what I'm saying, summer camps and things of that nature. They have to adapt to a life to survive.
And could I add to it?
Go ahead.
So a lot of kids that grow up in certain areas, I always say a square, and a square don't mean it's 4 corners. A square means your neighborhood. So that's all they know. So when they try to step outside of a nicer neighborhood or go in an area, they uncomfortable, so they end up going right back to where they came from. And they see things that are glorified, and they don't want to be a lame or be a square, so they willing to risk doing things to get those possessions. So some people never leave those quarters.
Right.
They never leave it because they don't know. They uncomfortable. They don't know what to do. If they don't know what to do. So they just like, I just go revert right back to where I was at.
And I want to also touch on that when he was saying about, you know, they got to prove themselves, you know, and they don't want to be considered as a lame. We're going to go to the flip side, you know what I'm saying, to where y'all stay at. You see where I'm coming from? Or where the upper middle class and the rich people stay at. It's the same thing over there. It's just a different game. And it's a different look from a different angle. You see where I'm coming from? Some of the ones that's in there bullying because they want to be accepted. They don't want to be considered as a lame, you know? So it's all over. It's all over, you know what I'm saying? They watch these TVs, these rap videos, etc., you know what I'm saying? And they get misled and they start trying to mimic that stuff. And that's what get them in trouble. But we're gonna move on now to the last one.
So last one, he must have saved it for a reason. It's got this caution sign. I don't even know what it's called.
It's the bomb insanity, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody that made this up.
It's a good. It got a good flavor to it. It got a good flow to it too. But I'm thinking this one is kind of, you know, hidden. Y'all handle that like the champ. I think that is y'all gonna be good on that one, you know. Come on, y'all, let's do this on 3. Show me what y'all working with. Get. Make sure you eat it now. Make sure you take a good big bite. No faking all. Which side you got?
Hey, I got some over
You
here.
gotta eat it all anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway.
On 3. This is for the storyteller on 5. I'll let your boy. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I see why.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, get your bite in, get your goon in. Go on, get your goon. I'm dropping. I seen you over there gun dropping. Go on, hit it like a champ. Woo. Man up. Man up. Man up. I'll let your boy, Storyteller. This the last question, man. For you, and you. I want y'all to look at that camera and anything y'all want to say, let the people know out there, no matter what it is, do it. I want you to start first. Look at the camera. Look at the camera, Sean. Anything.
I gotta think about that.
Okay, we're gonna move on to
I go first.
Brandon. Let him go first and let him think about it.
What I want to say is to anybody, always love yourself. If there's anything in your life that you're going through, it's temporary. But you have to stay disciplined and stay true to yourself.
Appreciate that, man. That's very well said. Can you go, Bucko?
Don't trust Roro's hot sauce. I'm playing, but take appreciation for the world around you and don't take that stuff around you for granted because it's not going to be there forever. Just appreciate everything you got around you. Appreciate the world, appreciate nature.
I mean, pretty much they nailed it. But I'm gonna say, how I look at life is life's a roller coaster. You go through ups and downs, and sometimes you're on a down for a long time, but eventually there's an up. Always look forward to the up. Keep on pushing. We'll get there.
That's right. Anything y'all would like to say to the storyteller?
Got some water?
I said appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We need to have more and more conversations like this, man.
It's good.
It takes little steps, man.
Yeah, little steps. That's all it is. They giant steps for real.
Yeah.
And we will be doing other things. You know, I'll be answering questions. Remember the 2 questions that y'all supposed to be sending me, and I'll be articulating my thoughts and my philosophy and the things that wisdom I accumulate over the years and my portion of understanding the things. And for each 2 videos, I'll be doing 1 video, whole video.
Okay.
So I'm ready for it. I thank y'all for coming out.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, no problem. This is the second
Good to see you.
episode
Sure.
of the Storyteller on Fire. Feel me? One love. Holla at your boy, the Storyteller.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Hey, no, I'm say the best for last. Wash your hands, please. Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
I ain't even get a lot.
My boy Sean did that, boy. He did it. You want to let the people know what's going on? How that last one tastes the bomb?
You know, there's a reason why it was last. Because it hits you. Oh my God.
Man. Hey, could you talk to the people and tell them about the last one, the bomb insanity?
Man, I went in thinking the chicken was gonna save me. It did not save me.
He got you. Woo! He kind of like that stuff. I see him grabbing again. He kind of like. I know you do. You like, man. I'm going through with this. You can take a picture with this. Show your friends you did it. Show your friends you did it. You know.
Ooh.
He was saying he was cool earlier. He was like, I got this. There we go. Come on now, y'all. We got the last question. This is the last question.
Oh my God.
I got my nose watering.
Yeah.
Woo!
So my big thing is when I was in middle school, I had a pretty major surgery. I had my left leg. I was born with 4 toes in my left leg, and then my left leg also was 2 inches short, 2 inches shorter than my right leg.
Mm-hmm.
And so in middle school, I had an operation where I had this big metal contraption in my leg, where they cut my bone in half. And for 8 months, I had to extend this cage around my leg, to make my leg longer. So I was already having back and hip problems in middle school. Sure, life isn't perfect all the times, but you gotta be thankful for what you have, people around you, and I try to stick with that. It's just be thankful for what I have.
whenever I was going through school, I used to get, picked on a little bit, all that, and I learned in probably about middle school that if I just like valued the way that I felt about myself over the way that people felt about me, then people kind of just stopped giving me crap. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you don't give in to what they're trying to get from you, you're not gonna get more of that.
Yeah, I see. What
So
you're
I
saying.
just kind of learned to value how I feel over how others feel about me.
Because of course, growing up, I grew up in a city where, it was feast of famine. So what my mom did, I'm thankful for. She kept me involved in sports. She kept my mind off all the nonsense. But even with that, it comes its own battles and challenges. So me was never the biggest guy, but one thing I found that I was faster than everybody else. So I just said, let me find out what's my advantage. I gotta have some kind of advantage out here.
That's
so
right.
I use that to my advantage, and shoot, it helped me in a lot of different ways. Help build character, help me get through school, help pay for school. So
Woo, this gonna be.
Gotta sauce yourself up.
Oh, I don't do no. No, I ain't doing no. My stomach f***ed up. Man, my stomach f***ed up, man. I'm
I'm
talking.
getting myself into building here.
I'm just saying, my stomach is really messed up. I got acid reflux and everything. The last time I did it, the next day, man, I felt like